The NHL season is 2 months old, and significant moves have shaped the team's future. 7 trades have been made, and extensions have been signed by prominent players, including Jake Oettinger, Alexis Lafreniere, and Linus Ullmark. Some of the biggest stars remain eligible for extensions, such as Igor Shesterkin, Mikko Rantanen, Mitch Marner, John Tavares, and Brock Boeser. As teams gear up for a Stanley Cup run or begin making moves for their long-term future, we can expect more trades as the season progresses. Key dates to watch include the holiday roster freeze in December, the Lille streak for the Four Nations face-off in February, and the trade deadline in early March. Regarding recent injury updates, Tyler Seguin of the Dallas Stars is expected to miss 4 to 6 months after hip surgery. This will likely keep him out until the latter part of the regular season or into the playoffs. Seguin had been playing well, recording 20 points in 19 games, so his absence will be felt. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Wild made a notable move, acquiring 21-year-old defenseman David Jiricek from the Columbus Blue Jackets in exchange for Demon Hunt and draft picks, including a protected 2025 first-round pick. Jiricek, the 6th overall pick in the 2022 draft, will report to the Wild SHL team. This move signals Wild's commitment to building for the future. On November 30th, Avalanche traded with the Nashville Predators, acquiring backup goalie Scott Wedgwood in exchange for Justice Anunen and a 6th-round pick. The Avalanche, struggling with the third-worst team goals against average, had been expected to make a goaltending move, and Wedgwood provides depth as they attempt to shore up their defense. Other notable injuries include Carolina Hurricanes goalie Pyotr Kochetkov, who is in concussion protocol after a fluke play in overtime against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Kochetkov's injury was tough, with Frederik Andersen already sidelined 8 to 12 weeks after knee surgery. With both of their top goalies out, the Hurricanes have had to rely on Spencer Martin and Yana Peretz to tend the net. The Pittsburgh Penguins, also struggling this season, acquired Philip Tomasino from the Nashville Predators on November 25th, a November 25 R25027 4th-round pick in return. Tomasino, a former first-round pick, has been inconsistent this season, but the Penguins hope he can provide a spark to their bottom 6. In coaching news, the St. Louis Blues fired head coach Drew Bannister on November 24th, November 24, and with Jim Montgomery, whom the Boston Bruins had dismissed. Montgomery, a former assistant to Craig Berube, brings a strong coaching record, having gone 1-8-0, 8-4-3-3 with the Bruins and Dallas Stars. Bannister had struggled in his first entire season, and with the Blues losing 13 of their first 22 games, the change was made. On November 22nd, the Golden Knights signed forward Brett Howden to a 5-year contract extension worth $2.5 million per year. Howden, who has contributed 8 goals this season, will be part of the Golden Knights' plans as they continue to work on locking up key players after their Stanley Cup victory. Another significant injury occurred with Vancouver Canucks forward JT Miller, who took an indefinite leave of absence for personal reasons on November 19 on the Canucks in points, who had been one of their top producers, scoring 16 points in 17 games. The Canucks have given no further details, focusing on supporting Miller during his time away. The Boston Bruins made waves on November 19, 9 by November 19 ACH Jim Montgomery, just a year and a half after he was named NHL Coach of the Year. The move followed a blowout loss to the Columbus Blue Jackets, with the team sitting at 8-9-3 and struggling to find consistency. Associate coach Joe Sacco will take over as interim head coach. Meanwhile, Alex Ovechkin's pursuit of Wayne Gretzky's all-time goal record has hit a temporary roadblock. The Washington Capitals announced that Ovechkin would be out week to week after sustaining a lower leg injury in a game against Utah. Before the injury, Ovechkin had been on a hot streak, leading the league in goals. Other news includes the Buffalo Sabres sending goaltender Devon Levi to the AHL for more playing time after struggling recently. The San Jose Sharks, on the other hand, called up top prospect Yaroslav Askarov after a strong performance in the AHL. The Sharks also placed Vitek Vanecek on injured reserve, adding further uncertainty to their goaltending situation. The Calgary Flames also suffered a significant injury on November 11. November 11 ruled out for the season after tearing his ACL. Matvei had been contributing 7 points before the injury, but the Flames will now have to adjust to life without him for the remainder of the campaign. As we move further into the season, expect more moves and player updates as teams look to shore up their rosters and position themselves for a playoff push. The next few months will be eventful, with the looming trade deadline and key roster on November 7 ons. November 7 Michkov to be a healthy scratch. Philadelphia Flyers rookie Matvei Michkov will be a healthy scratch for the first time in his career when he sits out against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Coach John Tortorella explained the decision, RT of the P process, and emphasizing the importance of development for young P-airs. The young guys, they can watch games too, Tortorella said. Michkov, 19, has 10 points in 13 games, but has struggled recently, with only 1 point in November 4. November 4 BR4 clean. November 4 Brini ready to return from injury. San Jose Sharks center Macklin Celebrini, the number 1 overall pick in the 2024 NHL Draft, is ready to return after aggravating a hip injury in the season opener. He had 1 goal and 1 assist in the opener before missing 12 games. Celebrini rejoined practice on the top line with Tyler Toffoli and Michael Granlund, and is expected to play Tuesday night against the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Sharks, who opened the season 0-7-2, are now 3-1 on November 2nd, 2-4 November 2 R2, and 2 foot at November 2 Rizal. Adam Pelech goes on the injured list. And his Islanders Zop center Matthew Barzal has been placed on long-term injured reserve with an upper body injury and is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Barzal, who had 80 points last season, has struggled this year with just 5 points in 10 games. Additionally, defenseman Adam Pelech will be out for the same duration after taking a puck to the face. The Islanders, who are struggling to score, must adjust for the October 30 absence. October 3rd 30 over 30 October 30 Liljegren from Maple Leafs. The San Jose Sharks acquired defenseman Timothy Liljegren from the Toronto Maple Leafs in exchange for Matt Benning and a pair of draft picks. Liljegren, 25, struggled to secure a regular spot with the Leafs this season, but should fit Sharks' build. San Jose hopes Liljegren can help solidify their blue line, while the Maple Leafs bring in veteran defense on October 29 to adapt. October 2nd, 29 over 29 ES. Def October 29 Olli Määttä from the Red Wings. The Utah Hockey Club has added veteran defenseman Olli Määttä from the Detroit Red Wings for a third-round pick. The team, struggling with injuries on the blue line, including long-term absences for Sean Durzi and John Marino, hopes experience can stabilize their defense. The 29-year-old has nearly 700 games of NHL experience and is expected to 28 and tribute immediately on October 28 over 28, Maple October 28, sign October 28 CCAbe to a 5-year extension. The Toronto Maple Leafs have signed defenseman Jake McCabe to a 5-year, $22.5 million extension. McCabe, acquired in February 2023 from Chicago, has been solid for the Leafs, ranking 4th in average ice time this season. The 31-year-old has 3 assists and a +6 rating in 9 games this year. The Leafs have been focused on securing key players, for the tumultuous off-season from October 26th to 26th. October 26th. Pungo October 26 Go October 26 Easton Jerry to minors. The Pittsburgh Penguins have sent goaltender Tristan Jarry to their AHL affiliate, Wilkes-Barre/Scranton, for a conditioning stint after a rough start to the season. In the second year of a 5-year, $26.875 million contract, Jarry had a 5.47 goals against average and .836 save percentage in his first 3 games. With Jarry set down, rookie Joel Blomqvist has been 25 goaltenders for October 25, 25. RR October 25 X's October 25 Air gets 7-year extension. The New York Rangers have extended forward Alexis Lafreniere for 7 years, with an average annual value of $7.45 million. Lafreniere, 23, broke through last season with 28 goals and 57 points, adding 8 goals in the playoffs. He has been a key contributor for the Rangers this season, averaging a point per game. The extension is October 24, 24 through the 2/03 October 24. October 24th. Gold October 24 Ice October 24 Theodore signs for 7 years. Vegas Golden Knights defenseman Shea Theodore has signed a 7-year extension worth $7.425 million annually. The extension is crucial for the Golden Knights after they lost key players from their 2023 Stanley Cup winning team. Theodore, 29, has been a cornerstone for the G-Knights' rights line, ranking as the top-scoring defenseman with 296 career points. The extension begins in October and is under contract through 2031-3 October 23 BR 23 UDID October 23 Z. John Marino is long-term after surgery. For extended periods, the Utah Hockey Club will need 2 key defensemen, Sean Durzi and John Marino. Durzi underwent shoulder surgery and will be out for 4 to 6 months, while Marino is out for 3 to 4 months following back surgery. These injuries leave a significant Utah offense, which had already been deplocked of injury Maurice Serre this October 22 Pad October 22 Oj Paul Maurice contract extension. Florida Panthers head coach Paul Maurice has received a multi-year contract extension after leading the team to an unprecedented playoff run. Maurice took the Panthers to the Stanley Cup final in his first season and won it for franchise SLL time leader in playoff wins with 29. His regular season record with Florida stands at 98 wins. The Panthers are in October 17 and October 17 UEs, behind October 17th. October 17th. STST October 17 Tinger signs 8-year contract extension. The Dallas Stars have signed goalie Jake Oettinger to an 8-year, $66 million contract extension. Oettinger has been instrumental in the Stars' success, leading them to the Western Conference Final in the last 2 seasons. The extension kicks in next season and carries an $8.25 million cap hit, matching the deals signed by October 12, including Jeremy Swayman and Linus Ullmark. October 12. Alec October 12 Ba October 12 Clint Celebrini is injured. Florida Panthers captain Alexander Barkov is out for 2 to 3 weeks after suffering a leg injury in a collision with the boards while preventing an empty net goal. Meanwhile, San Jose Sharks number 1 overall pick Macklin Celebrini has been placed on injured reserve with Barkov's body injury. Bob Barkov's injury timeline should allow him to return to October 11 and October 11, or the October 11 IES games. October 11. Abel October 11 Law October 11 IE Kaapo Kähkönen off waivers. The Colorado Avalanche have claimed goaltender Kaapo Kähkönen off waivers from the Winnipeg Jets. Kähkönen has bounced between teams over the past Avalanche depth to Avalanche attending position. In other moves, the Minnesota Wild have called up top prospect Jesper Wallstedt to join their goalie tandem, while the Nashville October 10 RS have sent Matt Murray to their A October 10-8. October 10th. Her October 10 Lee October 10 Gam Saturday SD because of Milton. Saturday's same between the Carolina Hurricanes and Tampa Bay Lightning has been delayed due to Hurricane Milton. The Tampa Bay area is recovering from the storm, and while Amalie Arena was unaffected, the nearby Tropicana Field suffered significantly on October 10th. On October 10th, and October 10 of October 10th will October 10 announced. October 10 BR10's October 10th Boone Jenner has surgery. Boone Jenner, the captain of the Columbus Blue Jackets, underwent shoulder surgery after suffering an injury in training camp. He could miss up to 6 months, but hopes to RJ Jenner SRE the end of the season. Jenner's leadership will be sorely missed, but the Blue Jackets are October 99 regarding their depth and leadership core moving forward. October 9, Linus gets over 9 why Dackard gets contract extensions. Goaltender Linus Ullmark, who won the Vezina Trophy with the Boston Bruins in 2023, has signed a 4-year, $33 million extension with the Ottawa Senators. Ullmark will now have the same $8.25 million cap hit as fellow goaltender Jeremy Swayman. Meanwhile, Seattle Kraken goalie Joey Dackard has received a 5-year, $25 million ex-GR Grubauer Sinsiping up in Philip GR Grubauer since last season. Both extensions will take effect next season.